Tac, tac.
With great armored fists, the Knight of Duna pounds his own helmet rhythmically. The helmet is buckled inwards in places. Rivulets of blood trickle from beneath the visor.
Come, hear my joke. What is it that I guard?
Dieu des nains.
Wrong. I guard nothing. Do you hear me? Nothing! He showed me.
He leans forward.
Ok.
Glimpsed beneath the crumpled helmet is a mangled face and crazed, unblinking eyes.
It's all a joke. There's nothing to guard, only lies. You'll see for yourself once you're dead. Enough words! Show me your steel.
Qu'est-ce qu'il fait? Pourquoi il est bu? Alors, on va voir ça.
Carved onto the face of the altar is a dedication.
Et toi, Fufu, comment ça a été aujourd'hui?
In honor of Duna, patron of the dwarves. Long may their mountain halls stand as a testament to him.
Ah si, d'ailleurs, pour le def, hier, j'ai refait les plaques à papy. Donc voilà. Voilà, donc c'est imprimé en 3D, j'ai juste refait les bords en fait, parce que pour une raison que j'ignore, il me les a pas imprimés. Et donc ça partira pour le def. Voilà. Et c'est à l'échelle, il n'y a pas de souci. Et ce sont les vrais numéros.
Hard stone melts into cool water at your touch. Before you stretches a lake, or rather, a mire. The waters are fetid and rotten, the air filled with choking miasma. Through the dense fog, you hear a voice.
Duna, god of dwarves, gasps, "Please, cleanse this place. Let me breathe."
The miasma clears as the power of your blessing skips across the surface. You look down to see your face gazing back at you, reflected in now crystalline water. High above your reflection, the full moon stands vigil. You step back from the altar, the vision fading before you. As you leave, you notice a lunar rune has appeared, carved into the rock.
Ah, God woken.
Ah,
You have succeeded where I could not.
Tout à fait.
Please accept this with my thanks, and the thanks of all those I served alongside. The blessings of the original seekers upon you.
Ok.
She hands you a small yet heavy trinket, crafted of tarnished metal. Though cold, it feels comforting to the touch, like a worry stone or a familiar childhood toy.
Ouh. Alors qu'est-ce que tu me donnes toi? 62, 77. Ah, sympa. Bon, bah, magique, c'est que dalle. On met des cailles en bronze. Ouf. Oh, elle est vénère celle-là. Oh, de chausse en cuir magique. Attends, putain, je peux pas. Ah, attends, le fil magique, c'est cool les trucs de feu, en vrai. J'hésite en vrai. Bon, les autres choses, non. Mais l'armure des cailloux en bronze, c'est sympa. Là, elle m'a dit. T'as mis, hein. Presque.
Before you stands a shrine to Amadia.
statue.
This statue of Amadia seems ancient. Moss blooms from cracks all over the stone, and tears of rain stream from her eyes. A hollow space marks the center of her creased brow. You remember that the statue of Amadia in the hollow marshes healed you, but no words from you can rouse this one to response. Whatever powers the gods once had has weakened indeed. You feel a presence awaken within the stone. An ancient awareness reaches out to you, swirling through every cell of your body and every mote of your soul. A light breeze dances at your heels. You feel yourself becoming lighter and lighter until you are borne aloft and floating above the ground. Then the awareness recedes from you, ebbing back like a tide until you are left completely alone. Alone with your thoughts, alone with the blessing Amadia left you with. Amadia's light stirs within you.
Ok.
You are not of the Black Ring, and yet you are undead. But I sense good in you.
On demande.
She gasps and bows her head in deference.
Forgive me. Please, I hold this boon. It is Amadia's. It should be yours.
Ok.
A pair of gloves, beaten
Paire de
and
gants
worn,
usés, yes.
but clearly of the highest value, especially to a wizard.
I came to the council to learn to be divine. I failed.
Ok.
I'm not made to be pursued by evil. And that's what it means to be God-woken. Afterwards, I roamed the island, as did all we fallen knights. But my worst fears came true when the Black Ring came. I fled here. I made sure the temple was defended and went to the altar. I prayed to Amadia for help, but
Oui, mais Amadia, elle est en moi, donc tu pouvais la prier tant que tu veux. Effectivement, je suis pas raccordé aux ondes, en fait.
she did not answer. I'm not ashamed to say that I hid. There is untold evil in the world, and it has reached the island. It seeks the God-woken who would be divine. I cannot bear it.
Tu
Go?
veux aller où maintenant?
There is no go. I belong here. I was God-woken, but for all the evil in the world, I would not be divine. I did not search the world for the others of our kind. My place is here. Yours is inside the mountain.
Sinon, on a un navire, si tu veux nous rejoindre, Dame Vengeance. Tout hasard, comme ça, passant.
Amadia's altar is at the highest point. Climb to the sky and you may find it. Shall you replace the lady? Or shall you take her to the council? Then you must do it now, without fear or hesitation. Time is running short, and know this. If you would reach the council and be divine, all the evil in the world will rise to stop you. May you have more strength than I.
D'accord.
She bows her head in deference.
Bah
and
écoute,
allows you to
si
leave.
le mal du monde entier vient nous faire chier, eh bah écoutez, on va les casser les gueules, hein. Qu'est-ce que t'as sur toi du coup? Alors attends, c'est quoi ces gants? Qu'est-ce que c'est que ces gants que tu m'as donné? Oh là 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 là. Putain, ils sont balèzes. Hop. Petite sauvegarde et on va aller prier Amadia. Donc en fait on va les prier celles qu'on a déjà à l'intérieur de nous.
Background as you approach the altar. Laying your hand on the weather-beaten stone, you feel a gentle heat.
Hop. On peut
A
faire.
sense of warmth and peace fills you.
Bah oui, mais en même temps elle est en
The
moi.
chirping of birds fades into the gentle, warm crackle of a wood fire. You're standing in an old cabin, the wood stained with age. Sitting in a rocking chair, bathed in moonlight, is Amadia. She's old now, withered and hunched, grey hair falling over failing eyes. She turns to you and dips her head, sending you on your way with a smile that warms your soul. The room fades, but Amadi's moon remains.
Encore la lune, putain.
On the altar before you.
Ici, il n'y a pas un moyen, parce que là il y a quelque chose. Enfin là il y avait quelque chose, mais on n'y a pas accès. C'est quoi ça? C'est paralique ça? C'est quoi? Comment est-ce que je peux faire pour aller cueillir les trucs ici? Ah putain! Oh la vacherie! D'accord. D'accord. Ah putain la vacherie quoi. Bon le croco.
A saltwater crocodile looks around, seemingly disoriented. It spots you.
Bonjour, bonjour.
Where'd the water go? Why does my head hurt so much?
Il est emmené ici par un portable à coup de dégâts éloignés.
The crocodile glowers at you blearily.
Salut Reika, comment tu vas?
That only works with alligators. Now leave me alone.
Ok, et du coup si je lui dis que le truc est de l'autre côté.
A saltwater crocodile looks around, seemingly
Ça va,
Where
bien mangé.
the shore, yes. After a rest.
The crocodile slumps down and closes its eyes.
Très bien. Ok.
The grim drip, drip, drip of floodwater and the bloated body at your feet make this place feel more like a defiled tomb than a temple. Nevertheless.
Non, c'est pas toi qui vas le faire, c'est toi.
The grim drip, drip, drip of floodwater and the bloated body at your feet make this place feel more like a defiled tomb than a temple. Your vision clouds, and you open your eyes to a dark glade. Before you lies a bull, trapped beneath a fallen tree. It stares at you with malevolent eyes. As you watch, it transforms to a bear, claws digging into the earth as it struggles to dislodge the log. You blink, and it turns again. A gorilla now. It's vaulted back, pushing hard against the wood.
Ma magie va les retenir, ma magie du plomb.
After a few more minutes' struggle, it slumps to the ground, defeated, and its contemptuous eyes return to you.
Genre, le mec, en fait, il est coincé sous son truc, il essaye toutes ses formes magiques, etc. pour essayer de se sortir de là. Et il me regarde avec mépris. T'es là, mais... Genre, tu peux simplement me demander de l'aide, en fait, ou de me traiter comme une merde, t'es con, quoi.
Strength, give me your vigor.
Oui, bah c'est ça, tu vois. Tiens,
The god shifts shape again, contorting into a snake. Grimacing, you reach out your hand, and Vrogir sinks his fangs deep into your palm. You feel his curse spreading throughout your body as your strength starts to ebb away. At the same time, the snake grows stronger and starts to pulse with a faint light. You drag your hand back before the very last of your vigor slips away, and you stand hunched over and gasping for breath. The gentle glow within Vrogir grows brighter until you struggle to look at him. The god bursts into yellow flame, searing its way through the log. Vrogir transforms again, standing before you in his true orcish form, before snorting in derision and walking away.
En fait, c'est un trou du cul, quoi. Il s'est retrouvé coincé sous un arbre comme un abruti. Il me regarde avec mépris alors que je peux lui filer un coup de main. Il me demande de l'aider. Bon, je le fais. Il me pompe mon mana, mon énergie, mon machin et tout. Il me colle une malédiction dans la gueule que je peux même pas enlever. Enfin, qui s'enlèvera pas toute seule. Il arrive à se tirer de là grâce à l'énergie que je lui ai passée. Il se barre en se foutant de moi. Mais t'es qu'un trou du cul en fait. Hein. T'es un connard.
you see that a crude sun pictograph has been hacked into the altar's rock.
Tête de nœud va mourir. On va le bénir un coup. On va le bénir un coup. Toi, tu vas bénir femme. Oh.
A shrewd move, to side with me like you did. Perhaps you have more guile than I give you credit for, sorcerer. No, quite the opposite, in fact. I am more alive than ever. I walk in my father's footsteps, and soon I shall become the divine. If that is how it must be, that is how... Certainly, you cannot ascend. You are not ready.
On va lui pourrir la gueule à lui.
Only I have the will, the strength to do what is necessary. And now that those traitors, Dallas and Friedemann, have no influence over me, the way forward is clear. Not fit? I have given my life to the Order. I will take the sacred duty of divinity with the seriousness it deserves. I will not take disparagement from a turncoat assassin like you.
Alors, assassin à cause de ton père, déjà, donc ferme ta gueule.
Make no mistake, Godwoken. I do not need to work with you. I will enter the council when I'm fit and ready. But you are desperate. That much is clear. Make yourself of use to me, and I shall help you unlock the council. You must strike down the one who leads the Black Ring on this island.
Alors déjà, je sais même pas où il est, donc fous-moi la paix, quoi.
She had her accomplice, Friedemann, pose as someone who could train me how to master my God-woken powers. But it was a lie. They sought to hinder, not help. While I was being occupied by Friedemann, Dallas began taking over the Order. I confronted them once I returned from the Hall of Echoes, and the pair of them tried to kill me. They must be Black Ring agents, tasked with preventing me from ascending. They won't succeed, though. I know what needs to be done, and I have good, loyal Magister and Paladin companions to help me see that it is done. Another such as you? You mustn't even know how to enter the council yet. Why would you still linger here if you did?
En fait, je suis juste venu te causer, connard.
Only I have the will, the strength to do what is necessary. And now that those traitors, Dallas and Friedemann, have no influence over me, the way forward is clear.
Condensateur de phase, artefact ancien. C'est quoi le condensateur de phase, je pense. Voilà. Mise à jour, hop.
The doors loom above you, one step closer to the council, one step closer to divinity. The others must surely be thinking the same. After all, only one of you can ultimately ascend. Time for an honest discussion, perhaps.
Ok.
Looks like we're at the end of the line. Look, divinity is an immense responsibility. All that power, it corrupts. I saw what it did to Lucian, a soldier like me. I won't let that happen to anyone else. For their sake, and the sake of Rivellon. I must ascend.
Ok. Joueur, vous n'avez pas abandonné à l'époque et vous ne le ferez pas davantage aujourd'hui, mais vous faire confiance et soutenir votre ascension. Vous rallier à sa cause et soutenir son ascension. On va réfléchir. Pas de vous qui avez fait pour autant de personnes.
You're right. I can trust you. Every step of the way, you've been there for me.
Ok, 1.
He nods once, decisively.
I'll support you. Let's go.
1.
Feast looks not at you, or even through you, but beyond you, beyond the academy, to a place far from you, but close to him.
I know I talk a lot, but I don't talk about the Isle of Mists that much. No reason to, most of the time. Can't stop thinking of that time today, though. My crewmates and me, we can handle prison. We can handle death, even. But ain't no one should handle the Isle. You don't see the mist. You don't hear it. It's just there. In front of you, on top of you, and in you. Then the ripping starts. Your dreams ripped away. Your thoughts, your self. It's in you, and it is you. Your body is meat, perfectly preserved. The mist keeps it safe. It's your soul that's boiled.
Okay.
I'm not looking to ascend because I want the power. I'm not doing any of this for me. I'm doing it so the rebels never need face the Isle. So the mist will never be in them. So they can be truly free, fearless, themselves.
Okay.
As soon as I stop Operation Downfall, I rejoin them. As far as I'm concerned, that's where my divine duties begin and end.
Okay. Vers lui. Ne peut espérer rivaliser, vous affronter, c'est la défaite. Non, 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 je suis pas un connard. Parvenez à connaître l'ascension. Peut-être, ouais. On va voir ça.
Whatever words he meant to come next go unspoken. The wide-eyed and tongue-tied dwarf can only nod and blush. He trusts you. He will be at your side.
Et de 2. Ok, j'ai pas trop mal géré pour l'instant. On va éviter les conneries.
So,
Loche.
I guess this is it.
Elle, je l'aime bien. En plus, je lui ai sauvé le cul un certain nombre de fois et inversement.
I can't see two ways about it. I need to be myself again. Finally. I can't risk getting shut out by this demon. It wants to keep me quiet, to rule in place of me. I need to make sure I'm strong enough that it can never seize control again. I won't let it make me silent in my own skin.
Loche, t'inquiète pas, on connaît son nom. On sait où il est. Je vais lui botter le cul tellement fort que son trou de balle va se retrouver dans ses trous de nez.
I need to ascend.
T'inquiète pas. Constitution, qu'ensemble, que vous n'ayez pas toujours réussi à l'aider, on n'avait jamais ménagé vos efforts pour elle. Vous en l'occurrence. Est-ce qu'elle soit bien traitée? On ne peut pas les confiner de puissance. Démon la corromprait, le danger est trop grand. Enfin, que n'importe qui d'autre, il ne reste rien avec vous pour qu'elle vous laisse connaître l'ascension. J'ai bien envie de dire le premier, hein. J'hésite entre les deux. Allez, le premier.
After the exorcism failed, I felt empty, blind. The only thing I could still see was you. Only you.
L'amour est dans l'air.
She takes your hand, holds it to her lips, and kisses your fingertips. She cradles her face in your palm for a moment, eyes closed, before letting your hand go.
Let's do this.
Ok. On est bon. Déjà, on est bon. Et toi, sur Laura, t'as quelque chose à dire?
Aye, the giant takes notice of its charges. Ask away, shield.
Non.
Indeed, Quercus. Let's be off.
Ok, rien de plus. Académie du conseil. Bah,
The Academy. I did my research here.
I suspected it's seen better days.
A bit like yourself.
Faith, the unfaithful, the betrayer.
Ta gueule.
But any betrayal can be forgiven. It is not too late. Not even for you. We all know Fane. We all know the one who turned his back on the Eternals. On us. We all know the one who gave the secrets of the Veil to the Seven Lords. The one who delivered the power to cast us into the void.
Putain, les anéants sont les éternels. What?
And yet, we suffered. We suffer still. Your need to see what lay behind the veil doomed us all. It doomed this world to a plague of scheming gods and primitive creatures. Your punishment was fitting to your crime. But your crime could be...
Oui, enfin, j'ai déjà été châtié, mec. Me fais pas chier.
In his mercy and wisdom, the king is willing to overlook your past sins against him. The king offers another chance. Accept his covenant. Reject this world's false gods and mortal races. Pledge yourself to your king and join your people once more. Come home, Vane.
Alors, je suis très bien comme ça. Je vais juste voir ce que ça fait.
He welcomes you with open arms. You shall walk with us in the new world. But first...
You feel faint. Your head is even lighter than normal. The world darkens. True death approaches. And yet, there is a light.
You are sworn. You are bound.
Assermenté.
What you were told hangs in the air like a noxious cloud. The Voidwoken were Eternals, robbed of their source in order to create you. They allied themselves with the Void so they could return.
Progress is annihilation of one way of life by another. I guess we're progress.
Looks to me like they do just about anything to survive. The mark of civilization is knowing when it's your turn to lay down so that others may live.
Suddenly, it all makes sense. Folks will do anything to survive. Who could blame them?
C'est pas faux. Sauf que du coup, non, je veux pas... Je vais juste voir en fait si ma truc était changée.
So this is the ancient Academy of the Eternals.
A Voidwoken stares intently at you. This creature seems different. It sways with a sinewy purpose. Intelligence glints in its eyes.
Step back, Hanola. The time of mortals draws to a close. We have returned to claim what is ours. We have returned to claim the world. All mortals are thieves. You have stolen our world. All the world is ours. We are not the void, mortal. We are of the world. You are of the void. When we were banished, you were made. You owe your entire existence to us. You owe us everything. We were betrayed by the 7 usurpers. They took our powers and used them to create you. They sent us to the void and thought we'd never return. They were wrong. And now they will face the wrath of the king. They were little more than local barons, until Fane the traitor found the veil. In their greed, the 7 tore its fabric. This gave them power. It made them gods. And it let the void into the world, and saw us banished to its clutches. You left us no choice. We had no other tools. We shall return, and then we shall cast out the void. Do not resist us. We shall be who we once were, and the world shall be restored to what it was before we were betrayed. Because of that betrayal, you exist. Because of what was stolen from us, you exist. Because of the powers we lost, you exist. We will have them back. But we will not fight your husk, mortal. The time will come when the thieving coward inside of you must step out. If it can still walk. You shall end then.
Je vais la recharger, je vais la rejouer simplement avec Fane du coup. Je pensais qu'il y aurait eu un truc différent pour chaque protagoniste, mais non. Non, il y a juste à Fane en fait qui peut lui proposer un truc. Putain, en fait, ouais, c'était. J'ai bien fait de choisir Fane. La nana aurait été très intéressante à jouer aussi. Je pense que si un jour je me refais le jeu, je jouerai Loche.
The Academy. I did my research here.
I suspected to see that.
The unfadeni betrayal can be forgiven. It is not too late. Not even for you. You betrayed your king. You turned away from him. You ran to the 7 lords because you were curious. Because you had to know more about the veil. Your treachery gave them a weapon. Your knowledge let them tear our people apart. It let them cast us into the void. Your punishment was fitting to your crime. But you're in his mercy and accept his covenant. But we will not fight your us. You shall end.
Ta gueule. Allez.
What you were told hangs in the air like a noxious cloud. The Voidwoken were Eternals, robbed of their source in order to create you. They allied themselves with the Void so they could return.
Progress is annihilation of one way of life by another. I guess we're progress.
Looks to me like they do just about anything to survive. The mark of civilization is knowing when it's your turn to lay down so that others may live.
Suddenly, it all makes sense. Folks will do anything to survive. Who could blame them?
Ouais, mais les humains, ils veulent pas non plus se faire laisser crever, quoi. Qu'est-ce que c'est que cette monstruosité? Il y a la version feu. Qu'est-ce que c'est que cette merde?
An automaton, massive and imposing, creaks to life as you approach.
You must leave. I am an automaton. I recognize and respond. Do not presume that I have self-awareness. Now, you are not divine. You must leave or die. You can not win this fight.
Bon, ça va, il est pas si massif que ça, quoi.
I can understand this reads, "In the footsteps of the Eternals." But what that means remains to be seen.
An automaton still and silent before you. A faint glow pulsates from within its chest cavity, dormant perhaps. A compartment in the side of the contraption appears to be empty. There's a part missing. The capacitor sparks and fizzles. Then, the pulsating light begins circulating throughout the automaton. It rises. The automaton looms
Je crois
above
qu'il
you.
m'attaquer
A
ce con.
lone, glowing eye takes you in dispassionately.
Qu'est-ce que tu... Oh, putain, oui.
A fresh Godwoken ready for induction. Very good. I am here to serve. This is the Academy. It is a place of great learning. I am the Seneschal. I serve both those who teach and those who come to learn. Those like you.
Ok.
Allow me to show you. The Academy exists to help unveil the divine from amongst the Godwoken. You must enter the temple, then prove yourself in the arena of the One.
D'accord, ok, donc d'abord le temple, ensuite l'arène. Très bien.
Godwoken should be able to enter without issue. It seems that the Academy has been impeded due to neglect or interference. I appear to have been tampered with. Whoever is responsible may have caused similar damage elsewhere.
Je pense que le responsable c'est le temps, tout simplement. Le temps
Apologies, Godwoken. I trust you will be able to overcome any difficulties. It's quite simple. Defeat all others. Discipline is paramount.
The automaton fixes its illuminated gaze upon you. The light within it flickers for a moment. It addresses you.
Godwoken, I am the Seneschal. I am here to serve.
The Sensual falls silent for a long moment, as if processing this question is quite taxing on its cognitive faculties.
It seems I was interfered with. My power supply was removed through force. The perpetrator is unclear. Inactivity has caused further damage. I cannot access my full faculties. Unfortunate, but I shall help you however possible.
Très bien. Bon bah du coup, je vais vous dire bonne nuit. Alors je suis désolé de la coupure sauvage, hein, mais le jeu fait de la merde. Le jeu a complètement crash en fait. Bon bah du coup, c'était l'heure de... Enfin, il voulait me dire, vas-y, va dormir, fais pas chier. Bon bah d'accord. Du coup, je vais aller dodo. Donc je vous souhaite une très bonne nuit. J'espère que ça vous a plu, malgré que le stream soit un peu court. On a quand même beaucoup discuté aujourd'hui, c'était cool. Je vous souhaite donc une très bonne nuit, un très bon week-end. Et je vous dis à mercredi pour du Warship. Et pour terminer, The Cave, du coup. Ce sera la fin. Et je vais voir si je peux avoir une bonne fin, parce que je vais remarquer les jumeaux, c'est très drôle. Et voilà. Des poutous, et à mercredi. Que le rhum soit avec vous, et merci d'être resté jusqu'au si tard. Des poutous. Et que le rhum vous accompagne.